out of the best of 5 show match. Map choice is Altai in a Roost mirror matchup. Capoch spawning on the southeast side of the map. And Snoopa spawning as the Roost as well on the northeast side of the map. Let's see if there's any difference in their build orders. Snoopa's first build is the hunting cabin, and then I think it's house, then lumber camp, and then same on this side for Capoch. So not too much of a difference yet. It's gonna depend on if some of them get a better hunt. That's also, you know, if someone gets a better hunt, they'll have the advantage for accessing more gold from some of their hunting cabins and so much, but also in general the gold. Also actually this is really, really well mirrored. Yeah, the boars are both in really safe positions for either player. I've seen Altai spawns where the center placement, there's like a boar over on the center of the map versus like having one on the side. But I like the safe position for both these Roost players. It's really nice. Also so breezy, thank you, thank you. Just following a little bit of the scouts out on the map. Both players did go for triple scout. So we've got triple scout for all of these players. It seems to be really well mirrored. And if I'm looking at their income though, I think Snoopa just has is making more. I don't know why he has less food right now. I'm not sure why he has less food right now, or if he just continues to, it looks like he's just continuing to queue up villagers versus Capoch, who's not. Bringing home just 2 more sheep. It looks like we've got 10 versus 10, 10 sheep versus 10 sheep, 11 villagers for each player, 3 scouts. This is a mirror matchup, but Capoch does have the edge, sitting at 240 bounty right now. Predictions are on for those of you guys watching on Twitch. A pretty good wolf pull too from Snoopa. It looks like Capoch is trying to steal one of those wolves. Will probably be successful since, oh, he did. Capoch did get that 25 extra gold from that wolf. It looks like he's going to try to chase down the second wolf. And Capoch is starting to age up into age 2 right now, probably with the golden gate. Yep, golden gate. And Snoopa is not aging up just yet. I haven't heard that go off, and it looks like, yes, now he's aging up 8 seconds after they first could afford to, in case you guys were wondering. There's more movement out on the south side of the map, so it looks like Capoch is now up to 295 bounty, and Snoopa is at 230. We've got more sheep brought home, and I like this positioning here. This is a little safe little cave for these villagers, and using the fortress as kind of like a wall. I like that. I really like that. Looks like Snoopa is ready to go down with the wooden fortress. He will be at 20% more drop off for that lumber cap. So going to be bringing in the wood. I'm curious to see if either player will be going with the 2TC build, which you can do with a Roost, or if they're going to be going for the boar just yet. Capoch has reached feudal age, and Snoopa has reached feudal age, just 8 seconds apart. Nothing too exciting to write home about or whatnot, but it looks like we're going to be a little bit behind in bounty for Snoopa. So if Snoopa goes for the boar, that'll kind of like bring him back up. But it looks like all the deer have been killed out on the map. Scouts are running around back and forth. That's really important for Altai, just because you can see it's harder to raid since more of the entry points are on the front end of the map. And also knowing what they're going to do with military is going to be possibly differ in their choices. I'm not sure what military building they're going to choose to go down with first. Ooh, Snoopa has to be careful. He could lose out on that scout. Did bring it home just in time. Capoch could also lose that scout. 8 villagers getting pulled into that TC. Firing off and taking out one of the scouts of Capoch. That was killer move. Killer Vills shooting their arrows at the speed of light. That hurts, especially when you need 3. Having 3 scouts as a Roost player is really helpful. I'm not sure if they're either player's going to go professional scout. It would be hard to carry them home, but it is an option. Thank you guys for the hydrate. More movement towards the backside of the map from Capoch. And it looks like he's sending out 8 villagers for this boar kill over here on the south side of the map. So Capoch is going to continue to increase his bounty right now compared to Snoopa. It's going actually down with a TC positioning, second TC positioning over by the boar. Snoopa, I'm not sure if he's going to go second TC right now, is sitting now at a 345 bounty. Oh, there's the second TC. Oh my gosh, this is a true mirror matchup. Both are placing TCs down on the boars. Actually, that boar did get already taken out. So, or where is it? There it is. Boar did get taken out actually first. And then this boar is still alive. So then like Capoch will be able to go up and get a little bit of higher amount of bounty. But right now, it's a really good positioning for Snoopa. That's going to be spotted out by Capoch, though. Snoopa is walling off this area, though, trying to secure his open TC. And I don't know if Capoch is going to go up with a wall as well. Boar did get taken out by several of those villagers, and it looks like he's going for 1 villager on gold as well. So we've got most of the units. So more gold for Capoch right now. And I don't know if he's going to be going with early knights in that stable. Those are really nice units for just getting a couple out there for raiding. 3rd TC getting dropped by Snoopa right now. So we're doing a 3 TC more economic boon. Capoch is walling off this area. And I think actually, though, he's not going to make it in time before Snoopa gets over there. I don't know where Snoopa is deciding to build his wall, because I know he's sending this build to possibly build a wall over here. That build's gonna get walled in. Actually, they're gonna just like pass by each other. It looks like this guy like looked at her walking by. That's hilarious. I love how Capoch is doing such a good job of scouting. Like, I have not looked over here and have not seen red, like going back and forth. So he knows what Snoopa's doing. Snoopa's doing a little bit more stagnant. Snooping. That's so bad. I will cut that out of the video. It's just so bad. He's keeping his scout over in this space. He will probably get to see the archery range and stable down. So I think this queue is going out over here. So I would expect, let's see so there is early knights queued up for Capoch, but that's also queued up for Snoopa. So even in military choice, that is matched up. I don't know if Snoopa's gonna go down with another military building just because he uses a lot of his wood income on that second TC or the 3rd TC. Ooh, wall is gonna be denied. Scout does spot it out a little bit early. Oh my God, this is so funny. They're like trying to build on top of each other. So that's like hilarious. Wait, yeah, so I think Capoch is definitely gonna get up their wall first. And then Snoopa got up this second wall and is sending out those villagers around the backside. Snoopa's knight does spot out this villager, is taking him out. That would be really rough, losing access to that gold. The other knights from Capoch are out on the gold as well. He is getting pulled back though, has to be careful not to lose that knight. They aren't like the French ones. They're not gonna heal up. Hi guys, score is above my head if you guys want. It's best of 5. Hello, hello. And it looks like Capoch is aging up to castle age right now. Snoopa is not ready to go up to the next age just yet. But I'm assuming with his villagers, like his 3 TCs, that'll start running and it will probably, I'm assuming, bringing up to the next age. We're going down with a Abbey of the Trinity, so relics should be taken up soon. And look at all these walls coming off up for both players. These villagers are angry, trying to burn down this wall. Second wall for Snoopa on the front lines does go up, so he is almost completely walled off in this area. Has to be careful not to lose this villager. I don't think that scout's going to do enough damage, but Capoch might be losing this knight. He does lose a knight. Both players lost a knight, so they're both down to 1 early knight. Very similar plays go so far, but Capoch, if you look at his base, has a lot more military production buildings and mostly archery ranges. I haven't seen any archers out on the map, but it looks like that's what his plan is to do, probably going into the castle age. Not sure if he's gonna go with what he's gonna go with, probably like if he goes horse archers, if that's what he's waiting for. Yeah, looks like he's gonna be going horse archers. It's also sending out a warrior monk into grab up some of those relics. Onyx Gloom, I do play AoE myself. And I think the wall has finally become successful for Snoopa. He does take out a couple more of those vills. The only thing is now it looks like Snoopa is going to get ready to go up to 3rd age. Not sure if he's going to choose Abbey of the Trinity as well. No, it looks like he's going high trade house, which I like this decision, especially when you've heard your opponent go up. And if you've spotted it out, I'm not sure if he has scouted it, but a lot of times people go Abbey of the Trinity, and then it's going to be hard to compete for several of those relics, especially since Snoopa's side has 2 relics. Well, I think it's pretty even. No, he's got 3 kind of. Well, this one's kind of a neutral position, but yeah, 3. So he can always build a cathedral, like just a regular cathedral. Or not cathedral. What is it called for the Roost? Monastery. Ooh, forward vills brought up by Capoch. Going to be placing a wooden fortress on the other side of that wood line. That's, I think, the only other safe wood line is at the back side of this base, the smaller wood line. So Snoopa might have to build that out as well. Knights coming up around the south side, and it looks like they're going for a charge. Gonna be taking out one of those villagers and then losing one of the knights. I'm not sure if that was a really good trade. That's an expensive trade right there. And we're really building up the horse archers for Capoch. We're sitting at 9 horse, actually 11 horse archers. If you look at the top of the screen, you can see the military count just now. And then Snoopa is now down to only 1 military unit. He does get up to the castle age. Is probably going to have to start queuing up some of the Wait, does he have a blacksmith? I thought he had a blacksmith. No blacksmith. Well, any blacksmith over here? No, yeah, actually blacksmith for Capoch. I feel like blacksmiths are great for the Roost, especially if we were going Cav, just because of that upgrade. But we do see a siege workshop. Villagers are getting pulled over to this area of the wood line, so they're gonna avoid that wooden fortress. But we're still queuing up. The queue for the horse archers for Capoch is atrocious. There's a lot of them out there, and Snoopa is down to a military of 3 right now, is queuing up a mangonel. So probably gonna be able to push that there. And we've got a trebuchet out. And the lead is growing in terms of eco numbers for Snoopa right now. We're sitting at a 76 versus 66. I expected that number to be just a little bit higher because he is at 3 TC, but this is the Roost. And he's getting 74 a minute for this high trade house. I kind of wanted it I wonder if he would have gotten more if it was like in a different placement, but this is good because he can gather berries from this position, and it's a little bit back from the forward line. Oh, Springald takes out that, man, takes that guy out. That hurts. That hurts. That range is really, really good too. You could get Castle Watch as well. This will be, I don't know if people talk about this enough, but like 6 tiles is a lot of tiles for vision. And it looks like they're trying to burn down this gate on the south side, or not south side, I don't know. What is this? East side of Snoopa's base. One of the trebs sitting there. I am worried for Snoopa just because he only has knights right now. He has to make sure that this is defendable. He could pull a Vil. He's pulling a couple Vils to try to heal that up before the Trebuchet gets another shot off. And I think there's a Trebuchet. There's 2 Mangonels out. I thought he was going to queue another Trebuchet. Does manage to take one of the relics. 3 relics are in the bank, though, for Capoch. There's still a 10 villager lead for Snoopa. Ooh, and a really forward, man, these players love forward keep drop. Forward keep getting dropped for Capoch right now, right on the doorstep of Snoopa. Oh, those Mangonels just can't get a really good setup right now. They do get set up and are trying to scare off those Vils. Really good screening from the Knights, but unfortunately they can't heal up unless there's a monk present. So I'm not sure if the monk's gonna be coming out to do a little bit of support. Third Mangonel is out for Snoopa. That wooden fortress is taken out. There was no placements on it, so it's really just there for vision. So taking out that vision from Snoopa is really gonna hurt. Has to be careful not to lose that, just because if we look at Snoopa's position right now, that's where if he loses the vision that he has with this guy, it's gonna be hard for him to defend, do a really good job defending. But those knights from Capoch are surrounding those Mangonels. Will they get another hit off? Yes, they get 1 hit off, taking out 3 of those horse archers. More knights getting queued up from Snoopa. We also have a Springald on the way. That vision did dip down just a little bit, not too much though. More knights out for Snoopa. Villagers going straight for another very forward position right now. Trying to go down with a wooden fortress just along the position of that forward keep. Capoch doesn't want to cancel this just because there's been several hits from those Mangonels. So if he cancels it, he's going to lose out on the stone that he did have. And he doesn't have enough stone to go up for a second keep. Those villagers do get taken out by 4 of those horse archers. And it looks like Snoopa is queuing up just a little bit more of those knights. And more horse archers are being sent to the front lines from Capoch. Oh, and that keep is actually getting finished. That is going to have to pull... oh, man. That means he's going to have to pull back a lot of his villagers to the backside of the base, where only Snoopa can't respond with another keep. He doesn't have enough stone in the bank, but there's more military production buildings going down for him, and it looks like he's responding with 3 archery ranges. 2 Springalds out on the map, more stables getting placed down for Snoopa as well, and all of these villagers getting moved back to the back wood line to a safer zone. So this keep is a really good place to send your troops, but I don't think it's going to do much damage in the long run, just because Snoopa can get around the backside of his base if he really, really wanted to. Going to be going back to the full map. It is difficult though for Snoopa to do any counter raiding right now, which would be helpful to down the eco of Capoch. Capoch is really floating a lot of gold right now though, probably from those 3 relics, not gonna lie. We're down to 86, 85 matchup in terms of villager count, so relatively well matched. Unfortunately for Snoopa, he's not really able to use his high trade house very well because of this wooden fortress, so it looks like he's going to be focusing that down with one of the trebuchets. More knights making their way in from Capoch's side, burning down one of those houses. We've got 3 trebuchets on Capoch and 1 treb from Snoopa. Also a Springald out for Capoch as well. If this gets taken out though, Capoch is really going to lose his vision more than Snoopa is, obviously. 3 of those villagers are exposed, get taken out. We're still in the villager lead by 1 though for Snoopa. Oh, Springald does get wiped by the 2 Springalds on the front line for Snoopa. Snoopa just has better vision right now. See, I wish they just like focused on siege. They don't. Looks like this is gonna get burned down, and that wooden fortress is out of the way, so villagers can be pulled back to start getting that deer. If they want it on this side, they can't obviously get too close just because of that keep in that position. Poach is waiting on the front line, setting out more, isn't queuing up too many more horse archers, but is queuing up knights. Another trebuchet on the way also from Snoopa. So Snoopa's trying to go harder with several of those siege units, trying to keep his main TC alive. He does have enough wood to do so, but he's gonna run out of this wood patch at the back of the base. He does have another one over here, but I am worried because he is running low on wood compared to Capoch, who has a lot more map control in this situation. A little bit of back and forth from both players. It looks like Snoopa has decided to go with crossbows at the front lines. They're wiping out several of those knight units. Has to be careful though to pull them back just enough from the keep fire and the horse archer fire though, because while they are like a little bit tankier, they're not really, they're susceptible to some of that archer fire. More Springalds making their way out. They're gonna take out that mangonel. One hit, a little bit of a die from this knight. Will they take it out? No, and they go back to get healed right underneath that keep. Keep is staying alive from Capoch. Once again, this is just like the last game. Will this keep ever go down? We're at 405 a minute income for Capoch, whereas Snoopa doesn't have enough, isn't focusing on stone right now. Still really low on the food, but also Capoch is low on the food, so both players seem to be struggling with the food gathering right now. And that keep, is it gonna get taken out? Is the keep actually gonna go down? Well, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Lots of proxy bases on the side of Capoch seem to be happy in this position, but Snoopa is getting pushed back into a corner. Keep does not go down. It looks like several of those trebuchets have to be pulled back. We've got the Springald emplacement, no boiling oil just yet from Capoch. But like, that's a risk though. It's like, you're the opposite player, you don't know if that's there. It's not like you don't want to do a charge completely. Oh, Springalds are making their way over to the forward lines. They don't take this guy out just yet. He has to pull a Vil to heal that up. No stone income yet from Snoopa. Not going to be responding with a keep. Is trying to get more villagers out on food. Gathering up the food as fast as he can to try to make more military units. Snoopa's sitting at a military 42. Capoch is at 49. Ooh, and that Springald does take out, and here comes the push forward from Snoopa. Mangonel is turned to a pile of toothpicks. Really good charge. Has to try to pull back some of those units though. Be careful. A couple of Springalds. One of the Springalds gets taken out from Capoch, and Snoopa's trying to hold the front line right now. He's got, oh gosh, a lot of those crossbows are just getting taken out by that fire from that keep. I feel like that's just such a waste right now. It's really hard though, because it's like you want to prevent the military from getting too big, but then it's like you lose so many units from that way. Looks like we're down to one trebuchet from Snoopa right now. I don't think that keep is actually going to get taken out until there's like 80 trebs. Not sure. Capoch is also struggling on food, trying to queue up just a little bit more of those Springalds, but it looks like Snoopa has the upper hand in terms of food gathering rate just a little bit right now. Is building out some more military production buildings. And we're down to producing regular cav units, veteran horsemen, instead of the regular knights that he was producing earlier, but they are doing a really good job charging, taking out that Springald. Oh man, and Snoopa has no more units, or no more Springalds, no more trebs. And we're down with no siege. And the siege is what's defined the game. Snoopa has tapped out. Match is complete. It brings the score up to 1-1. Snoopa and Capoch for this best of 5 matchup.